Hello and happy July 4th weekend. I hope you're staying safe and staying at home. Andy and I just went to a local garden or nursery called La Sumida Gardens, and we got some really awesome stuff. Ever since we got married just last month, I wanted to get a tree and to have it grow and to represent kind of our relationship. Like, hey, we got this tree and now it's growing and developing roots and stuff. So let me show you what we got over here. Slinky's here to help out. Okay, which is which? That's the question.
I think that's
okay. This is the Santa Barbara peach. Okay, there you go. So first up, we have the Santa Barbara peach. They have so many different varieties and we didn't know which one to get, but this one sounded perfect. The reviews online seemed good, and I mean, Santa Barbara peach, you gotta do it. You gotta pay homage. So red blushed yellow freestone, red near pit, reported to perform well in central and southern California's mid-winter coastal climates, mid-season harvest. Estimated chilling requirement 300 hours. Don't know what that means. So anyways, this is our peach tree, and we kept looking at other ones. We're looking at other trees too. We looked at fig trees, at pluot trees. I also wouldn't mind a tangerine tree. If we could, I would just have all the bounty of fruit trees here. And we ended up going with, I'm pretty sure this is called the Snow White Nectarine. Pretty sure. Oh, Snow Queen, excuse me, close enough, Snow Queen. And I've bought this variety at our local farmer's market because these people up in Ojai have these. So Snow Queen White Nectarine. Let's see, what does it say? Snow Queen, taste, test winter, sweet, juicy, early season, white freestone. I love white nectarines. Late June harvest in Central California, 2 to 3 weeks ahead of something something peach, longtime favorite in Southern California, low chill requirement. So this is gonna be great. And to go with these, we also got a whole bunch of soil. This is what they recommended. And then, because we're not actually gonna take these and put them in the soil because we rent, and you're okay for a few years, they said, to put it into a pot. So we've got a few pots here. One is for the peach, one's for the nectarine, one is to move Andy's avocado. He's got a couple avocados there, so we're gonna move that as well. So we're just doing the pot containers for now. We don't want to put anything in the soil when we're just renting here. So that's the plan. And then we also got a few of these little bird magnets for upstairs. We've had some birds flying into our window, and we don't want that. So we got a cute like bluebird, and then I don't know, this yellow one. So we're gonna put these upstairs so the birds stop flying into the window because it freaks us out. So we just finished up. Thank goodness Andy is doing all the hard work, the heavy lifting at the nursery. He was picking up the trees, picking up everything, loading it in the car, out of the car. Thank goodness he's doing all that hard work. So over here, I don't think I showed you the before, but he replanted his avocados. This is a ginormous new container. It's little grown here for a very long time. And then the other avocado was moved from that container to this container. Hey Slinky, how you doing? Also, our vines, I think they're called Black-Eyed Susans or Black Pea Susans, are doing so well. We only planted them around my birthday, early to mid-May maybe, and they are just growing so tall. And anyways, we're really happy with how the vines have turned out. But let me take you to the backyard and you can see where we put our new fruit trees. Yay. We put them along this fence here. They're both a little slanty, but that's okay. We've got the nectarine, this one I want to call Snow White, on the right, and then the peach on the left, the Santa Barbara peach that is. We've got them in their big containers. Also, we have some sunflowers that are starting to grow in over here. So yeah, this will be really nice, kind of up along the fence, and we didn't have anything there before. So that's very exciting. We gotta see how those stone fruits grow in. You know, the only bad thing is not planting them in the ground, but that's because we don't want to rip them up, and they're really hard to pull out, because we did ask the guy at the nursery about that. We said, what if we plant them and, you know, we stay here another couple years, and then we pick them up when we eventually move out? And they said, oh, that's going to be really hard. And he said they'd do fine in the big containers for a couple years, maybe 3 to 5 years or something like that. I think up to 7 years maybe for the avocados or so. So we're just going to keep them in containers. Slinky, do you get a bark box in the mail? Bark box. Oh, that tail is going. Making noises. He's licking his chops already. Oh my gosh, he knows. Slinky, you know. Oh, Frenchies in Paris. What's that based off of? I don't know. Usually it's based off of like a movie or something. This is cute. What is it? Is this, oh, this is like a baguette? Oh my gosh, bonjour baguette. Are there two? Maybe there's two toys. Probably. Is that like butter? No, oh, it's just a French guy. Bread. Oh, that's cute. And then the bread and the baguette. Yeah. Bonjour. I always give them this thing. Little frogs, you can eat like frog legs or something. Interesting. You got your snack? Go get your snack. Gotta take your snacks outside. Go eat your snack. He's like, what are you doing watching me? Oh my God. I'm just trying to see what the theme is. It's kind of unclear. French stuff. Creek Monsieur, like a croque Monsieur sandwich. Okay. I thought it was because people like eat fish legs or something. Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauv, you know. French unimpressed. Wee wee macarons. Oh, that would be so cute. Little macarons. What'd you do? No? He's got it sticking out of his mouth like a little cigar. Are you gonna bury it? What are you doing with your treat? Is he ready for his next one? He's like, hey Dad, I'm ready for my next treat. Didn't you give him? I thought you gave him a chew toy. You didn't give him a chew toy yet? No? Just a treat. What are you doing? What do you want? Do you want to give him one of the toys? You can have it. What are you going to do? You got conflicts. Now you got to choose, bud. The treat or the toy. Oh man, problems. Here, I'll throw it outside. These are problems. He's leaving his treat in his dog crate. Go on out, go get your toy. Go play, no one's gonna eat your treat, honey. Oh God, don't hurt yourself, Slinky. Good morning, happy day after July 4th. I hope everyone had a safe July 4th. We did not do much here. I watched 90 Day Fiance after 90 days. It is total trash TV, but I love it. It has Larissa and Colt, and it's one of my guilty pleasures. So, yeah, Slinky was safe last night with the fans on. All the animals were okay-ish. Fig was a little bit like hiding underneath the bed and all, but anyways, we made it through all the random fireworks. And I'm going to bake some banana crumb muffins, but I'm gonna add chocolate chips to them. So I thought I'd kind of show you as I make them. I made these once a few weeks ago. I'm gonna do them again, but this time I wanna bring them in to share with some folks at the coffee shop. So with that in mind, I'm gonna put on a fresh face mask just because I want them to feel comfortable and safe eating them, you know what I mean? And tie my hair back, of course, so I kind of gotta get ready, and then I'll start baking them. But I'll show you. This is where I grabbed the recipe from. My mom and sister use this. It's just allrecipes.com, banana crumb muffins. But again, I'm gonna add chocolate chips to it because I think it's so good when you add the chocolate chips. So, okay, I'm ready to get baking. I feel kind of funny wearing a mask in the house, but because I'm making this to share with other people, you know, I really want them to feel comfortable and safe eating it. So, I think that's important. So anyways, I'm gonna get, these are my bananas here. As you can see, I have 2 older bananas that are all spotted, and then a newer one, which I hope will be okay. And I'm gonna mash these up, and that'll go in my bowl of wet stuff. Okay, here's my masher. I don't use the masher very often. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of hard to do it one hand. Got the dry ingredients in here. That's flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. And then the wet items, which is melted butter, sugar, an egg, and the bananas. So I'll merge these two together here. Now I'm ready to get scooping. I got my mix over here. You're supposed to mix it until it's just moistened, and I think I may have done it a little bit over that. But we've got the mixture. I just put in some baking cups. It's supposed to make a dozen. And personally, I like to use this just to ensure everything's kind of like consistent and the same size. And it's a lot easier than just kind of guessing and plopping it all in. Did you guys notice? I forgot to mix in the chocolate chips with the batter. It's because I was following the recipe. So last time when I made this, this is how I did it. I just decided kind of last minute, oh, let's toss some chocolate chips in. So I'm gonna do that. I got the big bag at Target yesterday, and I'm just gonna sprinkle some on top. So the chocolate chips will be kind of more top heavy than at the bottom. But it's okay, it'll still be good, it'll be delicious. All right, got my chocolate chips sprinkled on top, and now I need to make the crumble mixture because I'm gonna put some crumble stuff on top of this. I'm just gonna reuse the wet bowl from earlier that had the banana stuff to work on the crumble. It's brown sugar, a little bit of flour, some cinnamon, and butter. And sometimes I honestly just use my fingers for this. You know when you do crumble and you have to mix it together, it's kind of grody, but sometimes I feel like using your fingers is good to mix the butter in with everything. Here we go. Ta-da! Got some crumbles on them. I think these will be pretty tasty. I don't remember how long they bake for though. How long is it? 18 to 20 minutes. And I think last time I had to cook them a little bit longer because some of them are a little big and they weren't fully cooked in the center. So anywho, I'm fresh out of the oven, piping hot. These are a little big on some of them, so they kind of spilled out. But I need to check them to make sure they've all been cooked through all the way. So I'm gonna do my little toothpicks and hopefully they're good to go. Muffin update. The muffins are cooling now. I had them on the tray, the baking thing for a while. Now they're on the cooling tray. They do end up with all this stuff that kind of falls off because they're too big, and I think Andy's gonna like this, so I'm saving the edge pieces for him. And then I'll get a little plate going, and I am back home from the farmer's market and the coffee shop. Dropped off the muffins. I hope they like them and that they feel comfortable eating them. I totally understand if people feel like no right now. That's why I was wearing the mask the entire time I was cooking them and then like letting them cool and dealing with them. Anyway, so I got some peaches. I'll show you. Man, the summertime is where it's at for like the farmer's market. So I got a whole bunch of peaches. I got 10 of them, and I'm gonna make a peach pie. So these are just the yellow peaches. Last week I got the white peaches and white nectarines. They were amazing. And I'll make a yummy peach pie. And then I got some white nectarines. They're the same type as last week. They have these bags where they're prepared and it's like $7 worth. So that's what I tend to grab some weeks because it's just a lot easier. And I wanted to tell you about these books I just read, and they are amazing. You've probably heard of them. The Handmaid's Tale. Such a great book. Where is it? I've got all my books over here because I've been buying a lot lately. The Handmaid's Tale, and then the Testaments. Read this, loved it. Oh my gosh. So if you haven't heard about the Handmaid's Tale, I don't know that I call it a dystopian world, but it's just this world where they live in Gilead, where like part of America gets taken over by these crazies, where the men are in control, the women really have little value or purpose besides procreating. And you hear about the perspective initially of the handmaid, who is supposed to just get pregnant and make babies. In the Testaments, I thought it would pick up where the Handmaid's Tale ended. It doesn't. It's in the future, and it follows 3 different people. So an aunt, and then a privileged girl who grew up in Gilead, and then a girl who grew up in Canada. So like kind of like a normal girl. And at the very, very, very end of the book, they kind of tie it into the first book. So that's when I'm like, ah, good, some relief, because you know, it's a cliffhanger. This one ends with a cliffhanger. So I loved it and just kind of flew through these books. So The Handmaid's Tale and then The Testaments. Those are the books that I got. You guys see how many birds we got with this feeder? It's nuts. This is just the downstairs one. I got a new feeder upstairs. So now these birds are just living their best life. Getting so many snacks, stuffing their little faces, coming and going. I see you guys all along that tray. Oops. So we got a new bird feeder for upstairs off of this bedroom where the cats hang out, especially Fig. Fig loves this room. And it's from Wild Birds Unlimited, and it's like, what do you call it? I'll have to look up the proper name of it, but you just clip it on to a patio or something like that, and it has 3 hooks. It only comes with 1 hook, but we added a double hook on as well. So that one, nobody is touching that food right there in the cylinder. The hummingbird feeder, hummingbirds are around but don't really tend to eat it. This is the hot commodity. Where it's a new feeder with the Wild Birds Unlimited, no mess bird seed. And then we bought a little tray too, which helps a bit. So the cats are just loving this. We've also had issues with the birds running into this door. So we bought some of these little, hi honey. So we bought some of these little decals. I do have another idea for the yard actually. And that's to like do a little butterfly garden. So I need to like slow my roll, you know, with all these ideas, but I think a butterfly garden would be super awesome and beautiful to attract all kinds of butterflies out here. Anyways, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Bye-bye.